Hi, I'm Dr. Logan Nowlin, and welcome to another episode of Live to Be Well. Today I have another patient in my office, and we want to talk about how men and women communicate and why it's so important that we need to have an understanding of what we're doing. My client made a terrible mistake in his marriage, and he's admitted that mistake, and he owns it. And again, I talk about how some men and women are in relationships, but they're not relational. So, sir, tell us, what type of man are you?
I'm a man's man, but I still want the love of my wife.
Okay, what you did, you recognize was wrong and how you hurt her.
Yes.
And you hold yourself accountable for that.
Very much so.
And you take all the consequences that come with that.
Nothing that happened in our relationship should have pushed me to do that.
Okay.
And I did it. I should have found a better route to handle the situation that we were in than stepping out and doing what I did.
Can you share a little bit about what you did?
I stepped out with a coworker and end up being a long-term relationship with her.
How many years?
Almost 7 years.
And your wife never knew?
No, not till I told her.
It's devastating when you think about being in a relationship with someone for 7 years and your spouse doesn't even know. How do you go to work and come home every day and play that role? How did you do it?
For the most part, I kept everything the same except for when I stepped out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I stepped out, nobody knew I was stepping out.
So you were a good husband, good father, you took care of everything.
Yes.
Since coming, to me, why are you in counseling?
To try to improve the communication in my relationship and make my relationship stronger.
Do you think these 101s that we're starting is going to be helpful for you?
I believe so. I hope so.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I was looking for, because in the group meetings, I wasn't getting much out of that.
Okay, because your wife is so angry.
No, because we were dealing with our problems, our things,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that my problems and the things, and not necessarily just my problems in our relationship, problems or things that's going on within me,
Mm-hmm.
weren't being addressed or talked about.
How important is it for men to be able to nurture their wives, love them, to hold them, to kiss them, to let them know that they're loved? How important is it?
Very much. It is very important to show your wife how much you love her and how much she means to you. But it's also the same important for the man to receive that same love and affection.
Mm. It must be reciprocated.
It has to be reciprocated.
Mm. When you think about, love making, it's three aspects of love making. Intimacy, romance, and sexual intercourse. And a lot goes into the actual love making, the romance of getting to the sexual intercourse. And I'm talking married folk, but we have a lot of folk out there who are not married who are having sex. But at the same time, I'm talking about what goes into that communication. It goes into, I always talk about accountability, being aware of your actions, how you speak, your tone of voice. So what do you want now? What do you want in your marriage now?
I want a loving and caring and also reciprocating relationship. That's what I want. One where I'm receiving as much as I'm giving, because I have a lot to give and I feel like I've given a lot, but I want to receive a lot too.
What about forgiveness? You want that?
Definitely.
We all need forgiveness.
That's why I came out with the information. Not somebody caught me.
Mm-hmm. No one didn't catch you. You came.
No, because I could have played it all the way to the end when stuff went bad with me and the young lady, because she was looking for me out on the street. She wasn't coming to my house. She drove past my house, but she never came to my door.
Mercy. Let me say this to all those who are viewing this video. In relationships, it's important that you pinpoint what your needs are. Am I right?
Yes.
You have to understand what your needs are to convey them to your spouse, your partner, because no one is a mind reader.
No.
And you need to be able to express those needs. You have to be able to, don't cosign bad behavior. Am I right?
That's right.
Don't cosign bad behavior. In my new book, www drkiminspires.com. Pick up your copy. But it's important also that I don't enable the bad behavior.
That's right.
And even if I'm angry at you, I'm not going to be malicious. Is it fair for me to be malicious and evil towards you even though I'm hurting? Is that fair?
No.
And a lot of people do that, tit for tat. And we can't do tit for tat. We have to forgive. Where does God play a role? Since meeting me, you know I'm a Christian therapist. What role has that played in our therapy?
100% in our therapy. That's it's centered. Our whole therapy, our whole conversations are centered around the Lord and what we need to be doing to bring the Lord into our life and what the Lord can do for our life.
What's the first thing we do before a session?
Pray.
What's that?
Last thing we do, pray.
Pray. You know, and even
silent ones in the middle.
And the silent. That's good. That's good. But I want you to know I appreciate you and thank you for sharing your story. And again, confidentiality. I can't show his face, but you can hear his own voice. This is nothing scripted. This is something that I've asked, you know, some of my clients to do, to tell their stories to help you understand the importance of being honest, to be fair, to be godly, and live to be well, live right by your partners and those who you're interested in dating. Don't lie. Don't ignore your partner. Don't just, you know, just think it's okay to do whatever. No, we are all going to be held accountable. And Dr. Kim holds herself accountable. Listen, I want to thank you. Thank you so much to allow me to be a part of you and live to be well. I'm Dr. Kim Logan Nowlin. God bless.